time, it will be 5 years since the death of Houston native George Floyd. In honor of his death and legacy, the Houston Library is hosting a special lecture series this Thursday. Sheena Wilson is joining us live now with the details and why it's so important to continue to have conversations surrounding his death. Thank you so much for waking up with us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I have to say, my husband was actually at the library by our house last night. He came home and he said, oh my goodness, they're having this lecture series. And I said, they're actually coming on the show. I'm so excited to have you on. And I think it's so important we're continuing to have these conversations. Here it is. I can't believe it's been 5 years. I remember exactly where I was when all of this happened. Why is it so important to continue to have these conversations?
Well, I think it's important to continue to have this conversation, and the point of the lecture series itself is to raise awareness about racial and social justice issues, but also provide a platform where people can receive further education on these topics.
Right. I think that's great. Further education. So tell us a little bit about this lecture series and who's going to be there.
So again, we started this lecture series 4 years ago to just kind of talk about the issues surrounding social justice. And so this year we are honored to have Dr. Melanie Price, who is the current director of the Race and Social Justice Center at Prairie View A&M University. She's an author, she's a political commentator, and she just brings this wealth of knowledge about, and her personal experiences about social justice. In addition to that, she was also a part of our inaugural lecture series, so we are more than happy to bring her back and bring it back locally, because that was kind of our focus for this year's lecture.
And here you are, this is your 4th year doing this.
Yes.
And it just continues to grow.
Yes.
What does it feel like knowing that you keep doing this and honoring George Floyd's legacy and continuing the conversation?
I think really we are looking at, I think we've hit on a topic in which people are interested in. And that's the point of us as an institution, as a research center, as a part of the Houston Public Library Center, is to provide people with resources and educational tools in order to bridge topics that they're interested in.
I think your branch is really interesting. Tell us a little bit about the Research Center.
Oh, yeah, of course. So we are the African American History Research Center, and our primary goal is to preserve African American history in Houston and in Texas. And so we do that through a variety of ways. If you come and visit us, we have exhibition space, which will tell you a little bit not only about the history of Houston's Freedmanstown, the oldest black neighborhood in Houston, but also the development of Houston over time. And then in addition to that, we offer rotating gallery spaces, and we bring in different exhibitions on various archival collections and or artworks. Our current exhibition is Black Stereo, featuring the artwork of Tyranny Malone. But I think the real star of our show is our research resources that we provide to the public. So we have almost 500 collections of personal collections, individuals collections, community organization collections, oral histories, newspapers, so on and so forth, that people can come in and research about not only the history of blacks in Houston, but the history of blacks in Texas.
Gosh, and there's so much power in knowledge. Yeah. We don't want to repeat history. We want to learn from history. And that's why I think it's important to continue this conversation. A lot of this conversation is going to be about justice and social injustice. So how does this fit in with everything, and where are you hoping that we go from here?
Well, it fits in with what we do, because woven throughout every thread of black history is the struggle for justice and equality. You'll find that in our collections. You'll be able to find that in the lecture itself.
Yes, and how can we attend the lecture?
So you can register for the event by going to houstonpubliclibrary.org and register online. There's still a couple of slots left, so you still have time to join us.
Now, looking at where we are now, 5 years later, and where we're going, where do you hope we're going in the future?
I think I would love for people to continue to have conversations, and I hope that this lecture series provides a platform to bring like-minded individuals together who can possibly come up with some better solutions for the future.
Thank you so much. I really
Thank you.
appreciate that. And thank you for having an open and honest conversation.
Absolutely.
I was telling you off air, that's what I've gotten from this. I've covered it since the beginning, and having conversations and open conversations and learning from each other. So I really appreciate that. Again, tell everybody where they can go to experience this lecture series and learn more.
So everyone can visit HoustonPublicLibrary.org to register for the event, and then just read a little bit more about Dr. Melanie Price and the event itself.
And then just to go and learn more just about African American history and the Research Center, where can we go for that?
So you can also go to the website. You'll want to go to the research tab. You'll be able to see not only our location, but the other 3 history research centers and the resources that are available to do any sort of research on history in Houston.
Well, I really enjoyed having you on the show. I hope you come back.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for your time. And of course, we will have all of this over on our website as well, cw39.com. Just click on that H-Town Live tab. And stick around. We have more guests headed your way.